And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the H.4.0.S Galactic Battle Champions 2024 group stage. Whew, I do apologize, or I hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OC, but I do apologize for the extended downtime. Regardless, we are here. We are back with the second round of the group stage. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the Polish Terran player, the blue Terran. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red PAPI player, also from land of Poland. It is PAPI. It's the man of the hour himself. Let's go. Let us go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is? It is a Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Will it go the way of Spirit, or will it go the way of PAPI? Oh my god, we talk about him all the time. Fan favorite. Let's go. Let us go, as we are going to be settling into our second series here of the night. As a reminder as well, this is a best of two. Best of two, which means there are three possibilities with your predictions. Will it go 2-0 in either direction, or a tied 1-1 score? Oh boy, the predictions, the options are boundless. Best of luck with your predictions. Best of luck. So now we're going to be settling in. We do have our initial racks expand here from Spirit, going for a single gas opener, so an economic start out of our Terran player. Likewise, PAPI going for his own gate expand into Cybercore. Okay, so PAPI cutting some corners here, going for the Nexus before the Cybercore. Meanwhile, Spirit going for the single gas into CC on the low ground. PAPI being as annoying as possible, but the CC is going to be thrown down, and Spirit will expand. PAPI, of course, did force one of the SCVs off the mineral line, so did force or did cause some economic damage in some sense, but outside of that, we are going to be settling into a longer game state. Also, I should emphasize, the reason why it took a little bit longer to get things going is that Spirit was facing off against Aristory, and they had a very long series. They had like a 20-minute game too. As a result, that's why we had some downtime. We had to wait for Spirit's match to conclude, and now we are on that Spirit hype train. For those that are curious, we will be following Spirit not just against PAPI in the next round. Spirit versus a laser. Big matches up ahead of us. A laser being the best Zerg player in Poland, Spirit being the best Terran in Poland. They will face off in the next round, so we're going to be following Spirit at least for the next couple of matches. That is the goal. That is the plan. For now though, PAPI going to be jumping in, going to be dealing with this Reaper, forcing it back. We do see some attempted economic damage here from a Spirit, and he does attempt to get into the mineral line, but he's going to be turned away. So far, so good. PAPI, we have the tech of choice, going for not the Twilight Council, Stargate opener. Okay, is going to be that Stargate here from PAPI. Interesting, working towards, I would imagine, either Phoenixes or Oracles. We'll see which one he does embrace, but typically this is reserved for larger maps, so this is a bit of a risky opener here from PAPI. Thankfully, Spirit is not aware. He attempted to scout, but the Reaper did not get behind the mineral line. Spirit is in the dark. He's in the dark as what's going on. We can see him moving out early on. Behind this, going into a 1-1-1. Racks into factory into Starport. Needs a little bit of time to really get this going, but Spirit is being very active here ahead of time. He's hoping to try to catch any stray units, an Adept, a Stalker, anything whatsoever. So far, unable to. Marines move back, and the Hellion Reaper move forward. Now, with this opener of choice, Spirit, he should be once again diving in, looking to find the tech. You know, what exactly is it? Twilight Council, Robo, Stargate, how many gateways are there as well? It's on Spirit to piece it all together, as he does get eyes on the Oracle. He knows. Likewise, the Oracle does catch the army. Who catches who? As the Reaper and Hellion go down. With that, PAPI, he gains map control, and he moves out across the map to scout. Behind this, he is not committing though into anything else. There's no Phoenix, there's no second Oracle, no big commitment into Skytoss. Instead, it is going to be a hard switch into a ground-based army. So just an Oracle opener. With this, we do dip in between the bases. There is a Widowmine setup. We do have to be careful here and avoid that Widowmine. Going to be skirting around the edge. So far, no major economic damage, but Spirit is pinned back at home, and the Revelation does land on the medevac. PAPI, he has eyes on the drop. He has eyes on the drop, takes a third base. Very greedy third base here from PAPI, but he has map control, so very economic follow-up here out of the Protoss. Behind this, going for the Robo, into a bay, into Colossus. This is greedy. It's Oracle opener into Colossus here, so typically the quote-unquote safer way, the more traditional way of doing this is Phoenixes into Colossus, and you don't stop Phoenix production. You get up to 5-6 Phoenixes, you gain map control, you contain the drops, you contain the Terran, and then you safely get into Colossus. At least that's the idea, that's the plan. Here, going Oracle straight into Colossus, we're cutting corners here. There's not really much here to defend, so PAPI is vulnerable to a move out. And speaking of, here comes that move out. Spirit is going for a double drop across the map. The Observer does get eyes on the drop. Big scout here for PAPI. He sees, he knows. Hi, PAPI. He sees, he knows he's getting ready. We have a shield battery here at the third base. Likewise, oh, no shield battery here at the natural, but the army is amassing. Oracle races back home. Do we have a stasis trap? Not quite. And can our Protoss player hold? Can he hold on? So far, going to be zoned away where the Widowmines. Ooh, Widowmine shot goes up. That's a big connection on the Zealots. Another mine shot. The Zealots are going down. There's barely anything left here. The Robo gets deep power. The Stalkers, they are exposed. As Spirit, he dives into the mineral line. Probes are going down. He sims in. He sims, and he's looking to win. Alas, PAPI is trying to keep up. He does try to reinforce. Pylon goes down, denies the Warpman. Stalkers being targeted down one after the other, and he's being overwhelmed. He's being overwhelmed here and now. The build was too greedy, far too greedy. Spirit with the punish. He breaks through. GG gets called, and Spirit, he will take game number 1. Ooh, GG. Spirit, he will snowball out of control. He will take game 1. But again, PAPI was just being really greedy. Like, it was, it was just, as we were trying to point out, as we were trying to emphasize, it was just really greedy build there out of PAPI, just cutting a lot of corners. Remember, he did cut any kind of Stargate production. He didn't have any blink or charge, of course, because of the build of choice. It was just really risky play, and in the end, he did not get away with it. Spirit didn't even know that PAPI was cutting corners. Remember that as well. Spirit, he didn't know that there weren't any other oracles on the way or phoenixes on the way. He didn't know just how greedy his opponent was. He just showed up, was like, I guess I'll just kill you. Like, I see you're rushing into a bay. You don't have a safety immortal. You're on your own. Let's go. So in a way, a very fortunate attack there from Spirit, but recognized, of course, that there was potential to catch his opponent off guard and was able to do so. But now we're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the Polish Terran player, the blue Terran. It is Spirit, the best Terran in all of Bologna. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss. It is PAPI. Hey, PAPI, let's go. And let's see if we can bounce back, as we are down in this series. That is true, but I don't think that PAPI really showed us what he was made of. Like, it was, I don't want to say like a builder or loss, but it's one of those things where, you know, the Protoss, he was cutting corners last game. He got punished for it. That's what it came down to. He got punished for being greedy, punished for cutting corners. I don't blame PAPI for cutting corners, especially against Spirit. Like, Spirit, he is the best Terran in all of Poland, and I would say even the best player in all of Poland. I mean, he's the reigning champion. Spirit, he's the reigning House Galactic Battle champion. Spirit, he has a lot of wins under his belt. Back in the day, I would have said that a laser would have been the best in Poland, but it's been a while since a laser has been usurped, and players like Spirit, players like Christiana have taken that mantle from a laser. And as a result, it's difficult for anyone to face off against Spirit. Difficult for anyone. Until then, of course, we are going to be settling in. We're going to be settling in. We do have a much more aggressive build here by the Terran, by the way. That is a first and a second racks. Checking the probe. No vision. No vision. No scouting whatsoever. PAPI, he is in the dark. It is time to be even more aggressive, even more assertive. It's time to move out with 2 racks Reaper. Oh boy. That's a lot of axes. That's a lot of Reapers on the way here for Spirit. PAPI, he's in the dark. He doesn't know what's going on. Now, the rush distance by ground on Amygdala is longer. It is a longer rush distance by ground, so we do expect this to be a little bit hindered, thankfully. And already, Reaper into Tech Lab. Are we rushing into Concussive Shell? That's what this feels like. So I would imagine Concussive Shell opener here by Spirit. The first Reaper has arrived. CC on the low ground. This is not a one-base all-in, but show us what you got. Yeah, there we go. Marauder production, and I would imagine Concussive Shell production as well on the way here for Spirit. So very aggressive from the blue Terran. He's moving out only with 2 Reapers. Behind this, building up Marauders. And there's Concussive Shell. Concussive Shell is on the way. For those who do not know, this is an upgrade that allows the Marauder to slow units, and as a result can completely shut down early gateway aggression from the side of the Protoss. You know, Reapers, they dive in and they get a scout up, and it is a Robo opener from PAPI. Already, PAPI mixing it up. Going for the Robo, going for, I would imagine, an Immortal base opener or a rush into Colossus, but a very safe opener here from the Protoss. Again, you don't need to open up Robo typically to be hyper aggressive. With this, you have access to early Observer, early Immortal, early Bay, early Colossus production as well. The downside is that because you're lacking Stargate Phoenix and because you're lacking Twilight Council into Blink Stalker, you have no map presence, or your map presence is very limited. You're a little bit more vulnerable to drop play, and as a result, you're stuck at home. So just a very defensive opener. And Spirit, based on what he saw, I mean, he saw everything. He saw the Robo, and he's already moving out. He's already moving out across the map. It is going to be the Observer first here for PAPI. Makes sense. It's Observer first, followed by most likely the Immortal once the army gets spotted. Actually making a second Observer straight into the Bay. No safety Immortal. Uh-oh. The army gets spotted. We need units to defend. No shield battery. No shield battery whatsoever. PAPI, he needs to warp in defensively as quickly as possible. The boys have to be pulled. And most likely going to have to pull the boys here. Pylon is under threat. The Bay is on the way. Again, he's trying to rush Colossus, but he needs more time. One Stalker going to be going down. The boys are being pulled. Good target firing here out of Spirit. Going for the Stalker. Gets one. And there's two left. Two Stalkers remaining. Can PAPI hold on? I think he barely can. Oh, not like this, though. As another Stalker does fall. One Stalker left. One Stalker remaining. Shield battery is done. Whew. And PAPI holds. Hi. PAPI, he holds on. Does have another warp in. Colossus on the way. This was a very risky maneuver here by PAPI, skipping the safety Immortal and going double Observer first, but he does get away with it, does survive. The Colossus is on the way, and Spirit backs the hell off. Look at the units tab. How many pros went down? 3. 3 workers did 4. That is well worth it here for the Protoss. Third base is on the way. We survived. Whew, okay. I'm just taking a breath, PAPI. Whew, okay, we can take a breath. We have survived. We get a third base on the way, and PAPI, now that he's gotten into fast Colossus, I mean, he's going to get up to 1, going to get up to 2, up to 3 Colossus real quick, followed by Twilight Council into Blink, into Charge Ults, into a more robust composition, third base saturation, range is on the way for those Colossus as well. Things are looking good here for PAPI. It was a shaky start, but got away with it. On the flip side, Spirit, he is going for his own 3-1-1 setup because of his build of choice. No tanks. There's no tanks. There's no factory-based units whatsoever right now. Medevacs are on the way, and this is where things are still going to get a little bit hazy here for PAPI. What do I mean by that? We're going to be seeing some drop play. Medevacs have arrived, reinforcements on the way, and remember, no Blink Stalkers and no Phoenixes. This army is very slow. It's very immobile. So if Spirit tries to poke in on one end and then drop into the main or rotate over towards the third base or towards the natural, it's going to be up to PAPI to be able to keep up ahead of time, or he's going to have to be forced to recall. No shield battery. So far, does meet the main army, shuts it down. In a head-on fight, PAPI, he can take it, but again, it's not about the head-on fight. It's about avoiding the main army and trying to hit another location. The mobility here for Spirit is his greatest strength, as he is going to be shut down. Medevac taking a lot of hits. Oh my god. Medevac almost goes down. Spirit picks up, he gets the hell out of here, does pull away. Third CC on location. I do like this for Spirit. As I mentioned, this army is very immobile, so there's nothing to really threaten the bases. There's nothing to threaten the main, the natural, or the third. So right now is the time. Once you recognize a Robotics Bay opener, one of two things. Either be hyper aggressive with a bunch of drops, or be greedy yourself. Get a faster third base. Get a faster third base, tech up, throw down a Ghost Academy, second starport, take your gases, and just embrace a longer game state instead. And take advantage of the map control that the Terran has. So there's a couple different approaches. And so far it looks like Spirit, he is going to be, trying to macro up and get ahead of this. Bearing in mind that we are loading into Amygdala, large map in the map pool. So being aggressive on this map, I mean, it's a little bit more difficult. The map is working against you. So Spirit retreats. And we're calming down. Fourth base on the way for PAPI. Let's go. Getting to +1, getting to charge. Still no Blink Stalkers. Disruptor production has begun, as I believe we already have 3 Colossus. Yep, triple Colossus already. Second Robo into double Disruptor. And you can see the quality of PAPI's army is getting better and better real quick, much faster than normal. And again, as we've been trying to emphasize here, the downside is that PAPI, he's not being active, right? He's not being active. He can't stop the bases. He can't stop the economy here, Spirit. This is why I wouldn't be opposed to already a 4CC. I wouldn't be opposed to like a 4CC already here from Spirit and getting just a faster fourth base, a faster expansion, faster saturation. take advantage of how defensive the Protoss is being. Alas, that's not exactly what's happening here. At least he does have his third up and running. Fourth still on the way for the Protoss. Spirit moving out. Is spotted by the Observer. Colossus are ready. Vikings moving in, but there are Stalkers here to protect. Mind Jolt goes off on the Zealots. Vikings are going for the Colossi. Oh, they're going for one. And they get one. One Colossus goes down. Massive pickup. There's two left. Motors a stim in. Going for a second Colossi. Nova, oh, just zones away. Doesn't connect. Colossus getting very low. And Spirit, these are good trades so far. And he does get it. Second Colossus goes down. Again, the Nova was lackluster. Disruptor gets started down as well. Almost does fall. Does get picked up. And is it just too much here? Yeah, the Vikings, they trickle in and they zone the army away. Fourth base under fire, and Spirit, he breaks through. Wasn't an easy fight, but he does break through the main army. He takes down the Colossus, the Disruptors, the fourth base. And PAPI's in trouble. This should not have happened. He should not have been losing this army, these units early on, as he loses his advantage. The entire purpose of his build was to build up into Disruptors as quickly as possible. He did not get there. He did not get there. Barely not. Spirit, he breaks through, which is impressive to break through the main army in such a way. EMP goes off. Takes down the Disruptor. Never doesn't quite connect. And Spirit here overwhelms GG. And Spirit, he will take the series 2-0. GG. Congratulations, Spirit. He will claim this, will take the 2-0. Shout out to PAPI for having unique builds. I appreciate that. I mean, even though he got caught with his pants down in game 1, I appreciate that it was doing something different here against Spirit. Likewise, here in game 2 as well, PAPI, he got away with it. He got away with the fast robo into the bay, into the fourth base. Unfortunately, the defense was a little bit lackluster. Doesn't help that they weren't, that he had gone into charge instead of blink. So because of that, he was not able to really protect those Colossus from the Vikings. The Vikings did shut down the Colossus real hard, real quick, and there just wasn't enough support to really zone and to really protect those Colossus and to preserve them. Once the Colossus went down, that was it. That was game then and there. GG. GG, well played. Spirit does take the 2-0, and now we are getting ready for our next match. We're getting ready for our next series. Till then, though, let's have a look at the bracket. Let's catch up on what has been going on. Here we